I have a sheep, and it would not cross the river. Wouldn't do it. So we worked our sheep the other day, and we had a situation where the little baby was in the creep feeder, and everybody else had migrated out into the field, including the mama sheep. But it was raining, and right down the middle of the field, between where the creep feeder is and where the big field is, there is a little drainage ditch. And because it was raining, there was water trickling through that ditch. My wife and I, we were feeding the turkeys and doing some other stuff, and I just kept hearing this awful, awful crying. Ma! Meh! Ma! Meh! That's pretty cool, wasn't it? Can we do it again? Ma! Meh! And it was just, I mean, it was going on and on and on and on. I finally looked at, because after it went on for a while, something clicked in my brain and said, hey, that's not normal. And so I looked at Sid and I said, something's going on out there. Do you hear all that squalling and crying? And we walked up to the little ridge and looked over. And on the creep feeder side of the creek, of the little drainage ditch, was the baby. Mama was standing on the other side, and they were looking at each other. Ma! 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 It would not cross that little stream. Would not do it. That little baby sheep has been across that ditch since it was born. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We feed them up there almost every day. Would not cross that little stream. Finally, my wife, Susan, she went down, and the sheep, the little baby sheep, was looking at her and was looking at Mama and was looking at her and looking at Mama. And as Susan got closer and closer, finally that little munchkin decided that, you know, Mama was more important than whoever was coming. And so it leapt. I mean, it gave everything it had to leap over a ditch that was this wide and land on the other side. But it made it over there. Reminds me of Scripture. Hebrews chapter 12. Wherefore, seeing we are also compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. I tell you, sometimes we get discouraged by the littlest of things. A bad word, a sly look, things don't work out the way that we think that they should. Sometimes we get discouraged over nothing. I think sometimes we just make it up. I do. Just get discouraged for no reason. But be of good cheer. God has not called us to be discouraged, but to be encouraged, and not to be fearful of the little things. For Abraham Lincoln wrote, and I got this written down here. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. And that's from Abraham Lincoln. So no matter what little things that you're facing today or this upcoming week or this Easter weekend, don't let it discourage you. Don't let it stop you from getting to the other side. Don't let it be a hurdle. Don't let it be something to be afraid of. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. God bless you all. Isn't it amazing what a little creek and a baby sheep and a mama sheep can teach you? I hope you have a great day, Hiddenville farmers. God bless.